Please welcome ISTE CEO, Richard Culata.
Good morning. Wait, I just heard Mila up here, and you did so much better for her. Good morning. There we go. Thank you very much. Can we thank Clara again? That was awesome. Clara, you rock. All right, I'm happy to be here with you again today, and I'm thrilled to introduce the next thing that we're going to do. We are bringing a group of students here from Texas, Chicago, and Michigan to help us keep it real this morning. Make sure we're really talking about the right things. So they're going to come, and we're going to have a unique perspective from students on learning, creating, and technology, and some other interesting things too. So let's welcome them out. Chloe Kaplan, Hilda Mendoza, Xavier Zeller, and Paul Taylor. Come on out, guys. Come on out. All right, now, there's a lot of people out here, I know.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hot.
It's bigger, but you know, the nice part, you guys, is they're friendly. It's a friendly group. Watch, try something. Wave at them like this. See, they wave, see? Yeah. They wave back. So don't worry, it's just pretend I invited your, 10,000 closest friends together, and we're gonna just have a little conversation, all right?
Okay.
Good. All right, so one other thing that we need to do to get started is when we were doing our tech check, Xavier really wanted to do something with a microphone. So this is your shot, buddy, do it. Got that out of the way.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, let's start here, and I'd love to let's just go down and introduce yourself a little bit. Just say a little bit who you are and tell these people about you.
My name is Paul Taylor. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I am the oldest out of 3 children. My favorite sport is basketball, and my favorite color is red.
There you go. All right, Xavier?
I'm Xavier Zeller. I'm 13. I'm from Michigan. And I play golf, and my favorite color is green.
Yeah. By the way, let's hear it for green. That's good. Xavier was one of our student Ignite session presenters. So if you heard him, he was awesome. Congrats, buddy. All right, Hilda.
My name is Hilda. I am from Chicago, Illinois. I love computer science. Yes. I want to be a computer scientist, and I am a freshman in college.
Yeah. And Chloe.
Hi, my name is Chloe Kaplan. I'm from right here in San Antonio, Texas. I enjoy reading and writing stories in my free time and also playing with my little bits that I have at home. My favorite color is green.
We've got a green theme going on here, which is good. There's like the green light section over there. Those are your people, you guys. All right, so let me start with this question. Let me start by asking you, can you think of the most memorable learning experience you've ever had? Whoever wants to start. What's the most memorable learning experience that you've had? Go ahead.
I'll take the ball. I remember when I was a junior in high school, we had this activity in my classroom about being in the real world. So we would handshake with another person, and we will introduce ourselves as we had already graduated or were already working on what we wanted to do. And that really helped me see myself in the future doing that by saying I did it and I wanted to do it instead of just thinking I would, but maybe something would come in the way and I would change my mind. So it was a really great experience for me to actually know how it feels like to be what I want to be.
Awesome. Great example. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Who else? A memorable experience.
I have a great experience when I was in science class last year. We did a research on owl pellets, and we got to do hands-on activities by opening the owl pellet and discovering bones. And it was just a loving learning experience for the rest of the class because our class had a hard time engaging in schoolwork because it wasn't fun for us. So it was just great.
Yeah, awesome. All right, Chloe?
Well, I think most of the hands-on labs that we do at school for science, or even just like reading as a class together helps bring everybody together and shows people that not everything that you're going to be doing once you graduate from college or high school or you get your first job isn't just going to be paperwork.
Yeah, great, great. They agree with that. Okay.
The first time I used a 3D printer for a school project, it was relatively new technology at the time, and it was the first time I'd ever got to use one. And I remember for my project, I spent more time than I did on any other part of the project on 3D designing for the 3D printer, which I didn't even end up doing. So that ended up being kind of fun, but then also quite a learning experience not to spend too much time on one thing.
Nice. All right. So Chloe, let me ask you a question. So Chloe likes games, but to be clear, she likes creating games. Let's just make sure we know what it is. So if we had somebody, and I'm sure we'd be nobody in this group, but if we had an educator or a parent or somebody came up to you and said, "This whole game thing, I don't think we should have games in school. We should be doing games for learning." How would you respond to that?
Well, I honestly think that games do help learning because they help make education fun, and when education is fun, people want to learn things. So I think that games are a great way to have children want to learn. And a lot of teachers use educational math, reading, all the subjects. They use a whole bunch of websites for that, for like interactive learning.
Yeah. What's an example of a game you created?
I create some games on Scratch, and most of them are like, you have to get from one point to another without touching a certain color, like a maze, and you have to get through sprites that block different areas.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a navigation.
Yeah,
game.
Cool. That's great. There's some game companies out here that might want to talk to you about licensing. We'll do that. Paul, you said when we were backstage chatting, you said that one of the things you want to do is start your own YouTube channel.
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. When I was like about 11 years old, I used to love YouTube. I used to watch it almost every day. And I was inspired by all the YouTubers who would create their own type of way to inspire other people around the globe to do, let's say, arts and crafts. They would do vlogs. They would do all types of stuff. And I just wanted to be a part of that culture. They get paid for it too. But if I had a YouTube channel, I would use it to inspire basketball players. Just to work hard in what you do, stay focused at all times, don't worry about anybody but yourself. And I just want my name to be out there. That's it.
Awesome. That's great. That's great. All right. Yeah. All right. Let me ask this, and let's just do like a 1 or 2 word answer on this one. This is like rapid fire, okay? And we'll just go down the line. If there was one thing you wish we would stop doing in education, what would it be? What's something we should stop doing? Chloe, you want to start? We'll just go down the line.
Homework.
Homework. Should have seen that coming.
I think it would be long lectures.
Okay.
Long lectures.
Desks.
Yes. Yeah.
I think we should stop bullying in school.
Amen. Okay, so Hilda, we were talking backstage, and you said that when you were 12 years old, if I got this right, how long had you been in Chicago at that point?
I moved here when I was 13.
When you were 13?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So when you were 13, so sorry, my memory's a little fuzzy.
Sorry.
All right, so when you were 13, so shortly after you'd moved here to the US, you convinced your parents to let you take a train into the city to take a CS class, is that right?
Yes.
Why did you do that?
Because it was Girls Who Code. Yeah. And I applied. I didn't know if I was going to get in. I just applied and hoped for the best. And then I get this email, Hilda, you've been accepted. Out of hundreds and hundreds of people who applied, I was one of the 100 girls in Chicago that got accepted. So I was really excited.
Awesome.
My parents weren't, though. They were really concerned that I will get lost because we just moved in.
Yeah.
So she's not here. My teacher, Ms. Gorsiski, she was actually a club sponsor for Tech Girls, Girls in Technology. We had a meeting. She showed us how to apply and all those things. And then she was the one that helped me convince my parents to let me go. And we had translators to make them understand that it was a really great opportunity for me. And oh my God, I learned so much.
Awesome.
It was 7 weeks, but I learned that if you want to learn something, you don't have to know everything. You just want to be willing to open up your mind and put all your effort into it, and you'll eventually learn something.
Yeah. Great. Great message for all of us to remember. All right, Xavier, you're into tech reviews, right? So he actually is starting a tech review YouTube channel, playing with some cool tech that's out there. So if there was like either a new type of tech, either a gadget, whether it exists now or doesn't, that you would love to see be used more in education, what would it be?
Definitely VR. I was looking at things for VR because I like to think that I own this stuff. I really don't. I would like to, but I don't. I saw a glove that has resistance for something that you hold in VR. So now not only would you be able to see the thing that you're trying to reach out and touch, and not only can you actually reach out and grab it, but you can feel it in your hands with a resistance that's pulling on your fingers.
How might that be helpful in education?
That'd be helpful for, say, something, if you wanted to do some sort of tour or something, and you wanted to pick something up or feel it, it's more immersive.
Yeah.
So you can get the feeling that you're actually there, which is helpful for students if they're trying to do a more in-depth project.
Yeah, awesome, that's great. Okay, so I'm gonna do a two-part question here, and then we're gonna have to carry on the conversation online afterwards. These guys will be, on Twitter, and so if you guys wanna continue the conversation with them, you can. But let me ask the first piece, which is, well, no, here's what we're gonna do. Tell me, first of all, what do you want to do when you grow up? Right? What do you want to do? And whoever wants to start? Paul, you want to start?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I was planning on becoming a marine engineer or be a professional basketball player.
You can kind of do both, right? That's kind of yeah, good. All right.
Biological oceanographer or a game developer.
Yeah. I'm seeing a business starting there between biological oceanographer and marine engineer. Just saying, you might want to, keep that contact information. All right, Hilda, how about you?
I want to be a computer scientist and basically develop the experience you have when banking to make it more intuitive and more affordable for people to understand how it works.
And Chloe?
So first of all, I want to be a teacher, an elementary school teacher. And then afterwards, I was thinking of becoming the President of the United States of America.
Yeah. You got my vote. You got my vote. All right, final thing, and then we got to get off the stage real quick. Any last advice? I know you get advice from teachers a lot, right? You've been in the schools, a lot of us. This is your chance to flip the cards a little bit, right? Got a whole bunch of teachers there. What advice would you give them? Quick advice that you'd give for teachers.
Please make educational as fun as possible.
Xavier?
My advice to teachers would be know your students, know what they like, know what they don't like. Sorry to take yours from rehearsal. I just liked it so much. But so you can make, again, tying in what he said, make it more fun.
Yeah. Hilda?
yeah, just get to know more your students to see what they like and what they don't like. No, but seriously, so that you can be able to develop a career plan for them even before they get to high school.
If you haven't noticed, I've been all about the hands-on. So hands-on doesn't just have to be for science. Like, you don't have to do experiments just with science. If you're learning about different words, let's say in elementary school, we're learning about different, like, compound words or something like that. You can, instead of having them fill out a worksheet and putting words together, you can have them write a sentence with as many compound words as they can think of. Connecting words, even math, you can give them real life experiences that help them connect math to real life and not just doing worksheets.
Yeah. Madam President, that was the great way to end this. Can we give a huge round of applause for our awesome students? You guys are great. We'll see you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome job.